Happy Friday. Hello there. Ooh, good afternoon. Welcome one, welcome all. How's it going? Need to get into the game. There we go. How's everyone doing today? Bit of a break in the schedule. We had to go online at an unusual hour. We were just going to not stream today, but nobody wants that. Yeah, just had some bullshit to deal with, but now that is all done and dusted. I'm back. I'm back, baby. In Cyrodiil. Chinchilla. Hey, Maya. Hey, Khan. Ted the Boss. And Doggo. The dog is here in the room with me. That's it. But I'll tell Maya you said, hey. How's it going, Chinchilla? How are you? Oh, what's going on? Oh, we are here in Blackreach, and it is not looking good for the Blues. Well, that's fine. Gives us something to do. In fact, probably quicker for me just to ride, isn't it? Hey, Fueman. Hey, sexy people. Hey, yourself. How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. This is Khan, flying solo, coming at you live. This is not a rerun. We haven't done one of those before. I never leave the base like this. Which way do I need to go? South. Balorda. Funny, yesterday full blue, now like this. Yeah, that's how it goes. I don't know if this is the result of like a nightcap kind of thing, but Blues seem to be pushing back once again. Probably going to get a lot of that stuff where it's people handing in the dailies, making Cyrodiil look more full than it really is. But yeah, this is, so ignore that. That's my home campaign, but we're not in Greyhost. We're in Blackreach. Hey, Dark Lord Venger, welcome on in. Hello, how are you, sir? Happy Friday, everyone. Wow, this keep is taking a long time to flip. I should have missed it already. Oh, there we go. Chinchilla, doing good. How are you on this fine Friday afternoon? A little bit tired, but other than that, pretty much spick and span. I think. I hope. Last I checked. Foreman, it's Friday and I'm home from work, so I am nice and smooth. How about you? Yeah, well, as I say, pretty much the same. Had a little bit of nonsense we had to take care of earlier. So we weren't sure... Well, definitely weren't going to be able to stream at our usual time, sort of late morning, early afternoon. But here we are. Well, here I am. But Lord, I had a weird bug yesterday. I thought you meant like a stomach bug for a moment. That would suck. Queued for Greyhost and got into Ravenwatch. Okay. That ain't right. Dark Lord Venger, I'm good, thanks. Hello. Maya succumbed to a cold. No, she is a little bit throaty, so to speak. Feeling it, but that could be a lot of things. Yeah, that's the thing when it's like very humid weather, and you feel like keeping the windows open at night, but maybe it's not really that warm. Then that can cause issues. Quite a few reds here. Where are the rest of the blues? Up at the mine, maybe? Whoa, that's a lot of blues. Okay. I found a Zerglet. Mr. Redhawk. Hello there, indeed. 18 degrees here and a lot of rain. Love it. Yeah, that's a nice relief after the weather we've been having. We had a little bit of rain, but it's that kind of rain that just makes everything smell extra summery. Doesn't really cool anything off. Just a drizzle. The English have so many words for rain, it's hilarious. Rain, drizzle, downpour. They've got more than that. This is just the ones I can think of off the top of my head. English have more words for getting drunk, though. That's like half of our vocabulary. Let's be a little bit adventurous. Oh, that's a lot of them just spawned in. Ha! Right, well, we know where the camp is. Oh no, I'm just out of range of that one. Weren't many hot days here this summer? Oh, really? Are you in, like, southwestern Germany? Drizzle. For drizzle. Hey, Moo, say Blue Pixie. I was a bit reckless there. I didn't realize I would be dying outside of the range of the goddamn camp. Western. Yeah, all your talk of the Ruhr a few days ago made me think, probably around that area. Interesting. It's probably one of those areas of knowledge, of science, that I will never know much about because it's not high enough on the list. It's not like a thing that I would go down a rabbit hole on watching YouTube, but microclimates and how it can be scorchingly hot and dry just a stone's throw away from somewhere really wet and cool. Very interesting stuff. Weather systems and all that. Okay, let's try this again. Not far from the Netherlands. Gotcha. Looks like we already sent them packing and I just missed it. Which is a shame. I should have waited for more blues to push out from the keep. I love the draw distance causing characters to drop dead. You know, deads that have been dead for a while. But because you just come into range, you just see them like spawn in and flop over. Oh, anyone got a red bomber? Now's your chance. I'm guessing that is a group with a lot of cross healing. Alright. Okay, taking care of them. What's everyone got planned for the weekend? I don't know if it's going to be, strictly speaking, a 100% PvP weekend. I'd like to find time to play some other games as well. There's a crazy documentary that Maya and I have started watching. It's got like 6 parts, and they're over an hour long each. So I'd like to make some progress on that. But I imagine I'm going to be in Cyrodiil a fair bit over the coming couple of days. I've just had a lot of fun. And shout out, by the way, to Bis Lobo. I was just hanging out in his stream before we went live. The documentary, it's going to be hard to describe. It's actually a BBC thing. It's called Can't Get You Out of My Head. And it is about the... It's going to sound stupid, but it is basically a history of... oh man, it's really, really difficult for me to describe. The idea of governments or other sinister forces influencing and controlling public opinion, like and why we view the world the way we do, and how detached our version of reality actually is from the reality, and hence explaining why people don't care that Trump does what he does and they'll vote for him anyway, and why QAnon conspiracy theorists believe things that seem completely outrageous to ordinary people, and why our minds cannot be changed often by logic or reason, because humans just don't work that way. So yeah, it's sort of a history of, I guess, from the 1950s up to the present day, of that kind of stuff, and it probably makes it sound really dull, but it's fucking fascinating. I don't know if it's available outside of England. I guess it must be. It's a few years old as well. It came out like 5 years ago. Renegade Ice Wolf, hello there. But yeah, definitely going to be some PvP in the mix. Some horror cinema. I just watched... Don't lynch me for this, but interesting choice of words. But I just watched Night of the Living Dead properly for the first time just a few days ago. Maya and I decided, hey, it's one of those that we keep putting on the list. 1968, black and white zombie movie. Never actually saw it. Most people see it when they're in their teenage years, I think. But for a massive horror fan, it was kind of a huge thing missing from my repertoire, you know. Zdenya, oi, hello there. Let's just go and camp the ram if there is one. Oh, come on. How's it going, Zdenya? You alright? We are back with some more Cyrodiil today. That torch is really annoying. Keeps body blocking me when I'm trying to get out of the AoEs here. The gate is almost down. We're in. We're in. Dark Lord Venger. You mean like exploring social psychology? Sort of, yeah. Oh, this is bad. I'm taking so much oil damage. More to do with why people become disenchanted and why they then rise up and sometimes even successfully overthrow a government or a system, and then why nothing changes afterwards. And there are examples from across the world. It is so cool. Really interesting, you know, from like the Black Panthers in New York to the Red Guards in China, and these things that were happening around the globe, coincidentally with one another. I can feel myself getting smarter just by while watching this thing, but it's also extremely entertaining. Yeah, if anyone wants to check it out, I think it's on BBC iPlayer right now. It's called Can't Get You Out of My Head. It is very weird. I've never seen anything quite like it before. But, yeah, really cool. And Maya and I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk. And it feels very appropriate. Like, the whole thing of, like, social control and social engineering and thought control and distracting the masses with sex and consumerism. That is a huge part of the DNA of Cyberpunk. Not even just the game, but the setting in general. Really, really interesting. I love stuff like that. That really bleak but sobering take on megacorps and corrupt systems. And yeah, not for everyone, but we tend to seek out art which expresses something that is insufficient in our like daily life and in our culture. That's why at times of like excess in the 80s, relative excess and wealth, obviously some social problems as well, but that is why things like 2000 AD and so much cyberpunk and dystopian horrendous visions of the future were appearing. Nice bomb though, look at that. We recognize the name, we've been bumping into that player quite a bit. And Blue Pixie, did you know you have to clip the RAM? Clip the RAM in, else it doesn't stay up. Oh my god, I just can't target anyone. And as Zenya got Sigic order done yesterday, so now life is back. Back in order. Amazing. Oh, I don't like doing that quest line. I'm not even sure why I did it on my 2 newest characters. Because I have 20 characters, which I try to play all of them every patch. I don't always succeed. But I made 2 Arcanists when that dropped. And I even took them through Sigic. But then again, I'm lucky I can do it. Like Maya and I can just do the Sigic thing together. It is enormously accelerated if you can do it with a partner. Oh, obviously with a group of more than 2, but that means you can port to one another. You can do that thing where you leapfrog your way around the map. And as long as the other one is in range, it doesn't matter who closes the Sigic portal. That's pretty handy. And LeBro, if you have time, check out Antisocial Network, also good. Yeah, I've not heard of that. Tell us more, please. Is that a documentary? Presumably about social media. I watched the movie, the David Fincher movie, The Social Network, and that's one of those that I've been looking at when I go down through our movie list, because I own it. Like, I have a digital copy of it in the library, so I see it there looking at me and think, is it time to watch you again? There's definitely a yellow here somewhere. There we go. Alright, Acuity proc, let's go. I let my major resolve run out, that was terrible. Okay. Oh, boring. Boring. We're just leaving. It's definitely not going to kill me. And if I keep messing up my burst, I'm definitely not going to be able to kill him either. Random fact of the day from Rave's Lord. The Petronas Towers opened in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia in 1999. Wow. As recent as that. I know exactly the ones you mean. I've never been. But yeah, guys, if you want to look those up, you will. I guarantee you will recognize those, like a famous skylines from around the world. It's more like societal paralysis, almost. Yeah. And also, why it is that we keep getting back here. So now we're back on the documentary I was telling you guys about. But a lot of the stuff that we see today, a lot of those sort of frustrations and paranoias about the government or about dark forces inside the United States, they go way back. They were there in the 50s. They were there long before. And they were studied extensively in the 60s, and we know what causes them. That was... I'm sorry, dude, but that was a bad bomb. What? Yeah, Netflix documentary about 4chan and the influence it had on social media. Ugh, I bet that's horrible. I don't actually know that much about 4chan, but as a non-user of it, I'm sure most of what I hear is just the negative things. But boy, there's a lot of negative stuff. Interesting. Well, welcome on in, everybody. Welcome to Ninja Pools. Happy Friday. Happy fucking weekend. Excuse my language. Hey, anyone want to read through Joe Berber, the new head of studio head of Zos? Gina's boss is now the head of the studio. He posted a letter to the community. I think earlier today. Maybe we should go and check it out. I'll tell you what, I'll get out of this fight, and then we can have a quick look at it. It is, it's nothing, like, specific. It's more just, hey, this is who I am. This is a sort of attitude going forward. Nice guy. I didn't, like, talk to him one-on-one, but he was there in Amsterdam. I did speak to Matt Firewall, however, not for very long, but just at the end of the event, we were both sort of leaning against the stage as they were taking everything down all around us, and I shared a few quick words with him. He was messaging the wife, saying, "Oh, we're finally done." So I'm extra glad that I got to do that, because now, obviously, I may never get the chance again to meet the guy. Yeah, Dark Lord Venger, already read it today? Nice. Yeah, we'll take a quick look at it in a minute. Let's find somewhere to lie low. But first, I want to see who's messing around my lumber mill. That's just the same guy, isn't it? Yeah, lol. Alright, well that's going to be capped. Remember to stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. Maya just brought me a beer. A non-alcoholic beer. Just for now. Maybe we'll get onto the good stuff a little bit later. Give me that ult. Give me. Alright. Now let's check out that letter. Ooh. I have some very exciting news. It looks like Maya might actually be joining us. That's fun. Wasn't sure if she was going to be able to. Like I said, we've been a little bit tied up with unexpected stuff and nonsense today. So let's just flip on out of here.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hey, Average Gaming, how's it going? Better than average, I hope. Okay, so I guess it's on the homepage. Introducing Zoss's new studio head. Here we go.
Can you hop in on Discord?
Yeah, I will be going on Discord in just a moment. So yeah, let's have a look through this. That is a fun picture in the background. Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Maya, hello.
Hello.
Hello, we hear you. There she is. All right, let's quickly rattle through this letter. So this is Joe Berber, who was well, I guess you'll see in the letter. So he's the new studio head at Zoss. Rich Lambert, obviously still the game director. After 20 years in the game industry and 13 years at Zoss, so yeah, he was there very much from the start. I'm both humbled and honored to lead the incredibly talented team here as we continue our work on the Elder Scrolls Online. Taking the baton from Matt Firor, in this ongoing MMO journey, I'm lucky to have learned many important lessons on both leadership and maintaining the long-term relationship we have with our ESO fam. Before I share more about myself, please allow me to assure you, the ESO community, that the game isn't going anywhere. We are reassured, although we kind of knew that already, and the studio is continuing to work hard on new features, adventures, and improvements. Features, adventures, and improvements, we like all of those things, right? Unique Leverage Gaming doing well, how about you? Yeah, very good, thank you. On a little bit later than planned, but whatever, we are here. Glad to be hanging out with you guys. Okay, so we said that there's big changes to the world of Tamriel on the horizon, and that hasn't changed. We'll be sharing more about those soon. During his departure, Matt told me at the core of ESO's success are two teams, the team at Zoss and the ESO community. The game would not exist without either. They, the players, are the beating heart of this game, and we developers should never, ever forget that. Okay. I actually spent the first 5 years of my game's career in community, first for City of Heroes, and then on Tabula Rasa, both at NCSoft. And then I spent time in production, learning the everyday art and craft of development before landing at Zoss. For those of you who've been here since beta, you might remember that I started my journey with Zoss as the director of community, and I had the luck to hire both Jessica Folsom and Gina Bruno in those early days to start bringing developers and players together. So I guess Gina was already there at the
That is
studio.
super fun.
Gina was already there before he joined the studio, but not in the role. He's the one who hired her to work in on the community team. So that is really fun. So this guy is definitely part of the OG crew. When Zoss neared ESO's PC launch, I managed the beta program and transitioned to be the live services director. A job less visible to the community, but one where you were always first in my mind. My role was to lead the teams that ensured the game remained up and running and to get updates into your hands. That role also put me at the intersection of development and the amazing teams at Bethesda, including community, marketing, finance, infrastructure operations, and internal team management and support, working closely with Matt along the way. It is almost like a shareholder letter, isn't it? You know, designed to reassure everyone. I've got my hand on the tiller. You know, I'm a safe pair of hands here.
Hey, Cooking Koala saying, hi, Mayan Khan, love your show. I love that. Thank you. How are you doing?
Hey, Cookie Koalas. Lovely to have you with us here at the start of the weekend. I love our show. I like it. And working closely with Matt all the way. The core tenets that we have learned over the years haven't changed. Those values are the stars that guide us through difficult times. People first, game always. Turn square corners. Integrity is our guiding light in all we do. That's funny. It's signed Matt Firor. Oh, right. I'm jumping ahead. Sorry. Turn square corners. Integrity is our guiding light in all we do. As our former chairman, leader, and friend Robert Altman used to say, turn square corners. I like it. That's explained there. All hands on deck when the inevitable storms happen. Own our mistakes and make repairs quickly. Good advice. Get a little better every day by being open to feedback and focused on learning. And everyone has a place in our studio and in our worlds. As for the future, the recent loss of our colleagues sent painful shockwaves through the entire studio. Right now, we have an all-hands-on-deck approach and are focused on learning. While we reflect, focusing on ESO is our priority. Well, it's the only thing they're doing now, tragically. Our partners at Bethesda and at Xbox believe, as I do, that ESO, like other MMOs who are still updating their worlds after 10, 20, or 30 plus years, is a long-term home for our players. When we add that 30 plus years long view to our list of stars that guide us, it can steady us with clear-eyed purpose even when storms hit. We're still holding on to our values, we're still building ESO with you and for you, we are still ZOS, evolving and getting better every day, we are still Bethesda. We thank all of you who have sent kind words of support during this time and appreciate everyone over the years who has supported the team. Be they fellow developers, our partners, or players, I'm excited to create the future of ESO and ZOS with all of you. I'll leave you with a parting note from Matt. Thank you all, devs and community members, for everything you've collectively done for ESO, for ZOS, and for the gaming world. ESO is a titanic achievement and will endure and thrive. And I will be there as well, living in my favourite fantasy virtual world. See you in Tamriel, Matt Fyro. Oh, that's nice, so he's going to keep playing the game. So if you see him around, say hi if you're on the NA server. Not massively illuminating, to be frank, but I don't think any of us expected it to be. But it's worth having a quick read of that. And if you just joined us, welcome on in. So if you wondered what the hell we were doing, that was the letter from the new studio head at ZeniMax Online Studios, which of course has been through quite the shitstorm recently.
Hey, Grey Kirk. But Lord is like, own our mistakes and make repairs quickly, really? And just to say, I mean, it's a guiding principle or review of past performance. Hey, Solo. Meow.
To be fair, that of all the times to make that claim, just after their PTS Week 3 U-turn, is probably quite a good time to say, yeah, we actually do own our mistakes and change our minds and stuff. Because they've just done it.
BRB going to those offices and seeing if they let me in. Yeah, let us know. Hiya, I'm your player. I'm everyone.
Great, what did I miss? Not a huge amount. Oh, these two again. I don't have any ults, so I'm not gonna...
We just read the letter from the new studio director. So, yeah, that was... I think it's a nice letter. Yes, it's very
management speaky.
Yeah. But it's nice.
It's better than what Apple do. I think it's really difficult for Apple. I totally understand why they do it, but it is fun to make fun of them, isn't it?
Hey, Schnags.
We could not be more excited. No, you could. You're at a corporate presentation revealing a new product. There are more exciting things in life. But they always say it. Every one of the execs that they trot out on stage, we could not be more excited to be with you here today. There's a little bit of that in the letter, but like, it's easy to make fun of, but then try doing it. Try doing one of those things without doing exactly that. I didn't even check my vampirism. No, we're still stage 3. We're good. Yeah, we get it. You like Tarnished. It's the same person, isn't it? I'm just going to stand here. Build ult. Oh, what? I thought I got him.
I haven't read the new letter. I hope there isn't a lot of pandering. I don't think there's any pandering. No. No, you're safe.
I'm bored.
I can see some of them never really being excited about anything, to be fair. Yeah, Schnax, I'm so excited. Are you?
Oh, no, they do a good job of that sort of newsreader, but not too boring style. Actually, I think that is an under. Look at other studios. Look at any other company. When Jensen Huang appears on stage, he just looks like such a fool compared to. And I have a lot of time for that guy, despite all the AI nonsense and the recent dodgy stuff that Nvidia's been doing. Who knows if that all comes straight from the top? You know, with like forcing people to give positive reviews or denying them access to the company. Like very, very shitty. But anyway, Jensen Huang, for example, and like any gaming studio, they look so awkward when they trot out on stage. You know? And they try to do the whole Apple thing. I'll say this for Apple, they do it better than anyone else. They still look cringe. But I don't think they get enough credit, these executives, for how convincingly they actually strut around the stage and do these sort of incredibly whiffly corporate presentations. I think it's harder than they make it look, as evidenced by the fact that no one else can do it without making me laugh. You guys know what I mean?
Yeah. Jaber, hey, how's it going? Good day. Veloda, Ubisoft presentations with paid audience is also funny.
Yeah, they can be very funny.
And what's the Apple thing? Oh, sorry.
Oh. What's the Apple thing? Oh, this is just, I don't know if you, maybe some of you who aren't into Apple products have never watched one of these, but when they have like a new product launch,
I'm so sorry
they
about
call
that.
it their
Just
Worldwide Developer Conference. So it was originally for app developers to get to like meet the company and learn how to make better apps. But these days, for like the last decade and a half or whatever, I don't know. Certainly the last decade, they usually attach a huge presentation, keynote, and with new product launches and updates and stuff like that. And it is incredibly staged, like stage managed. And the line is, whenever they're about to announce something, Tim Cook, and I could not be more excited to announce to you today, you know, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's very performative, and we get it, they have to do it, but it must be like their least favorite part of the job.
I stopped caring about Apple 5 to 10 years ago, Solo saying, yeah, I haven't had a new phone in a while, but I literally just ordered myself an Apple Watch. I haven't had one in years. I just don't wear it, but I feel like I want to wear it. But yeah, Cooking Carlos, cheesecake usually excites me. Yeah, I'm with you. Not since I got personally hit by planned obsolescence.
Obsolescence?
Obsolescence. Oh, sorry. Robot voice. I mean, one of us is roboting, or? Yeah, Tim Cook excited still has less movement in his face than a dead person. It's like, I'm completely coming through your mic, I think, like, completely.
Well, then you need to turn away from it.
I already did. Like, literally facing my computer now.
Yeah, you know what my setup is. There's literally nothing I can do, sorry. Feel free to check levels on the stream if you need to. But yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? And hey, Jaber. A robot voice is the Apple presentation, yeah. Makes sense. And Maya, have you got YouTube comments open today? Because look who's there, Vadima. I'm going to scroll back to earlier in the broadcast. I'll see you all in the future. And so, gentlemen, good morning, everybody. Good moaning, everybody. Sorry. Good moaning indeed. How's it going? We're not doing too much moaning today, I don't think. No, it was a good strategy, but it didn't work. Picking off the one at the back. So yeah, we are in.
Oh, Joe Burba looks nice.
Yeah, he
Burba.
does. Yeah, stop being so Eastern European and rolling every R you see. Burba.
It just sounds cooler.
No, it doesn't. Makes you sound like a
Yes, it
Bond
does.
villain. Or a Khajiit. No, it often does sound cooler, that's true. I wouldn't say always though. I'll fight you on that point. What are people doing? Like, they're obviously... Look how much cross healing they've got. Just leave them. We're not going to be able to make a dent. Even if we had a pre-made group of 4, we'd still probably only be able to take out 1 at a time.
So, gentlemen, I can't play ESO at the moment, but at least I can watch others.
Well, we are taking
Aw.
requests, gentlemen, since you're being such a gentleman about it. If there's anything you want us to do, any way you'd like us to go, this is currently my screen that you're seeing. I don't even think Maya's in the game at the moment.
No.
Hey, Guns and
Hey.
Raiders! I huffed and I
thanks,
puffed, and I made it at last. Much love to you guys in chat. Well, much love right back at you. From us and from chat, I'm sure. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Happy freaking weekend, everyone.
And thank you for your message, Guns N' Raiders. I was just reading it. But yeah, if anyone is still waiting on some codes from Tenfest, don't know what to do, really. I've sent messages wherever I can, and I've been assured that once things sort of settle down in the Bethesda UK offices, somebody should be able to get back to me. But yeah.
We were hoping that when you're let go, you often have like a couple of weeks, you know, and then, you know, a month of paid or whatever. We were hoping that the team would have time to send us whatever they needed to on the way out the door, but it obviously didn't happen. And I can't really, I can't say I blame them for letting it slip.
No. It's a couple of others have sort of said, "Hey, I'm still waiting," and yeah, me too. But yeah, I think I should have addresses for everyone to be able to send out the physical giveaways now as well. So that would be awesome. I've just been collecting some what's it called? Bubble wrap. Woohoo! So I can send all those fun things.
Oh, come on, guys, get on the ram. Get on it. Rubbish.
Yeah, obviously it's very selfish to be thinking about, you know, I want codes when people have lost their jobs, but it's yeah, I want the codes.
Oh my god, would you stop CCing me? I'm just trying to... Hey, I'm trying to ram here. Oof. That did not survive long, did it? Do we have a camper? We do indeed. That's something.
Yeah, so gentlemen, you just go for it. You play your game. If I wanted to go somewhere, I play myself when possible.
Yeah, sure. It's not something we expect chat to do. Yo, go to Vardenfell and check this out. But honestly, wouldn't have a problem with it if people did start doing this. All right, let's.
Are you paying for all the shipping of the physical items? Yes. I mean, if anybody wants to chuck in something on Ko-fi, feel free.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the plan. Because we paid for it to be shipped from France. That was the only thing that Andre would take. He's like, no, I'm going to do this for you guys because, you know, I want to do some giveaways for the community, which is so sweet. But like, well, at least shipping. Oh, so exciting. He was really worried that like some of the stuff was going to get broken, and it all got here in one piece, which was lovely. I haven't touched PvP since pre-subclassing. Any recommended resource? Ooh.
No, it really doesn't matter. This is a mag, but with very, very high stamina recovery. It really doesn't matter, actually. You get so little of your power from your max resource anyway.
Hopefully no shipping to Switzerland. It's the worst. Or is it worse?
I'm a little bit far away. I'm just about clipping the...
Feel free to post in our Discord for the PvP questions and just tag Pure.
Oh, there's that fucking group.
Would. I think build a per se, but more like general rules on things to keep in mind when building a PvP character. And Moose is saying, I think they meant mag/stam with resources. Don't think they meant. But yeah, I would just ask in our Discord because Pure has been making lots of fun builds and by the sounds of it and looks of it, having a lot of fun with it.
I mean, I can give you the one that I'm running right now,
yeah.
and you can sort of make a bunch of variations on that. That'll all work. Oh, I think this is, we're screwed. These guys just ruined everything. I wonder how fun it is. It probably is quite fun to run around and just be completely unkillable. Because I often look at the bigger ball groups. This is at least, small scale. And I think, like, how can you possibly be having any fun? Like, there's no challenge, there's no threat, there's no nothing. But if it's a smaller scale group like this, then at least you all have to be quite coordinated. So it is probably quite fun. But it just means that wherever they go, we can't get anything done unless there's a really big Zerg.
Khan turning into a PvP main. Well, that's the thing. Khan I love PvP, but I have I just don't put any time into actually prepping. So then if you just keep getting killed, that's no fun. But Khan's actually made an effort and has got some, builds and stuff ready. So, and since it is PvP event, let's go and kill some people.
Or get killed mercilessly. I mean, look how many of them were on me. But yeah, the key thing to being able to enjoy PvP, I think, is first of all, just accept that you're gonna die. So many people can't get past that little barrier, right? And it leads to all kinds of rage, hate whispers, and other genuinely stupid behavior. Like, we all do it. We all let our tempers get the better of us, and we do or say things that are completely idiotic based on a trivial thing that happens in a video game. But you gotta get past that, because it's hitting your own enjoyment more than anyone else. The biggest loser is gonna be you if you just get mad all the time. And the second thing that goes hand in hand with that is make sure you are running a setup which is, you're not super easy to kill. Like, you just saw someone came up to try and kill me there. I was able to get away. It's very annoying if people can just one-tap you or two-tap you. So if you find that it's happening a lot, either do a better job of keeping up your buffs or go back to the drawing board, give yourself a bit more armor. Yeah. This is Greyhost or EU. It's neither. It is EU, in fact, but it is Blackreach. I've homed Greyhost, but it was completely full, so I thought I'd check out Blackreach first. Let's head on down to Ash. PvP means death, but also a ton of fun. Dying is my middle name. Yeah, but dying in PvE is... Unless you're trying to get a trifecta in Vadishran or something, or you're trying to beat your high score in Infinite Archive, dying in PvE just doesn't matter. And it's usually because your raid lead tells you to wipe. Yeah, if you're the DPS who's always dying before anyone else, then yeah, you might want to fix that. But I've never... I was about to say never. Only occasionally, rarely, have I seen players getting absolutely enraged because they keep dying in PvE. Sin once had a major meltdown when we were trying to get the... I think we already had the trifecta, but we were just farming for sets. Sorry, for the style page drops in... What's it called? Graven Deep? And... I don't think we were on stream when this happened, but he kept dying to stuff and... Yeah. Eventually, he just asked, can we leave? Can we please just go somewhere else? He was getting so mad. He was swearing and screaming at the game, at his PC. I felt bad for the guy. VMA in 2016 caused a lot of raging. Yeah, I can imagine. Hello. Hello, Mr. Heavy Attack. Eon Spirit, 31k HP. Farm Left Seclusa motif today was fun. Yeah, I want to get back in there. We've just lost our dungeon group because Mo, one of our DDs, he's got IRL stuff he just needs to take care of for a while, so he's not going to be available for regular dungeons. Safety walks, thank you very much for that. I enjoy hearing my name being screamed, especially by the chat. My god. The fury, the absolute fury with which I was being attacked just then.
Get to the chopper!
Get to the chopper! These guys need to chill out, don't they? Let's see. Oh, we're out of trebs. No. So I literally can't do anything useful now. Well, if I get out of combat, maybe I can. Motif was added yesterday. Yep. So people are farming it now. Got 5 pages already. Nice. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to wait. Since I don't have a dungeon group at the moment. Not sure what we're going to do about that. A little bit awkward to get a replacement. Only to say, right, well, in a few months our buddy's going to be back and then you're out. Like, seems weird. Can you steal someone else's treb? Yeah, but they have, if they've placed like a bunch of them. Okay. Yeah, that's probably all I need. Why do I still have these? I just realized. Huh. The old repair kits? Rangas, damn brother, why is Zero running so smooth? What's your secret? I don't know. I was just contemplating a UI reload, actually, because it feels a little bit choppy. You know what? Since I have so many...
I want to do dungeons. It makes me very, very sad.
I'm just going to place these down and hope that other people will pick it, will start using them. Oh, no, that's bad. That's no good. Also, it's not really any good to target the players. We want to get through the door. How about this? still a little bit awkward. Is it guaranteed to drop on hard mode? Yes. Yeah, always farm these things on hard mode. There's like a, I think it's 75% maybe drop if you do the non-hard mode, but
But you're mostly saying that they phrase this sort of differently and it doesn't drop on normal now. Beloda's saying only did vet, so don't know, but did 7 runs and got 6 pages on just plain vet. That's
yeah, I think there's a 75% chance drop
Yeah.
on vet. So you'll often get it, but you'll always get it on hard mode. And hard mode's more fun, but obviously not as puggable.
yeah.
So that's me speaking as someone who's used to having a an organized group and
Which
regular
dungeon
slots
is it
where
that
we
started
run.
dropping pages? Sorry.
Lepsiclusa.
Lepsiclusa.
Is it even a nice style? I don't think it's particularly interesting, is it? Let's have a look.
Waptakuda.
Exactly. Oh yeah, the militant monk. Obviously ignore the colours. Oh shit. See, they know when you're...
You're doing
when-
fashion.
Yeah, they know when you're looking at... Fucking gankers. Didn't even kill me, so...
Wobbit. Yeah.
Zohan Lachaim. No. Don't overextend. That is a pretty big counterattack though by the yellows there. Completely missed it. Yeah, militant monk. So it's a shame. I get it. Not every single new style can be an absolute slam dunk.
What I was saying, it was funny though. Got into a group and the Tang recognized me, asked me if I'm farming the motif, and we stick together.
Oh, that's cool.
From second run, we kept the second 2 DPS and did 4 more runs. Oh, that's really fun.
That's really cool when it works out like that. Yeah.
I feel like we were doing randoms. I think it was to level something. I can't remember. But there was 3 of us, so we had a random join us. And then we're like, you want to do more? So we just ended up doing a load of dungeons. It was really fun.
Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't work
What
out
the
that nicely, but
fuck is happening? Suddenly, yeah. Who was it that was saying, oh, why is Syrah running so smooth? Scratch that. Desync is unreal right now. I can't even see who's shooting at me. Yeah. I think I've killed that person like 3 times already. So a large number of my necromancer kills. Just that one player. That's the pre-made group. Stay away from them.
Zenia saying PvP builds from Malcolm is pretty much the only resource I know about when it comes to finding PvP resources. Is there anyone else? There's no one else. Watching these kind of tips on YouTube is a hassle for my old brain. I mean, I have
There
studied,
are a million PvP content creators.
but you can just ask on our Discord. We have some really good PvPers, and especially feel free to tag either PvP Senpai or even just tag Pure. He loves putting together fun builds. I mean, Khan is running one of them. I just put another one on. Started working on one of them for my character, so he's definitely worth checking out.
Well, there's a camp here somewhere.
Talking to even.
Yeah, you can do a lot worse than just joining our Discord and asking questions.
I mean, Zenia's already on our Discord, so
Yeah.
pretty sure. So just
No, but I
ask-
just mean
ask
one.
Pure.
One can do a lot worse. Oh, when I see heavy attacks in PvP, my heart just sinks. Most of the time, I suspect it is just to build ult. You know, to do something. I guess we stirred up the hive.
Uh-oh, you're gonna get got.
You can't comment on what's happening on the stream because
I was responding to what you said, not
Oh, right,
commenting
right.
on anything on stream. Because I know I'm yeah, delayed.
but if that's gonna happen, I just can't be bothered. Let's have a look. See what's happening in the other campaign. Or just in IC, actually, for a little bit. So, gentlemen saying, people are stupid, just play the game and have fun. If you don't have fun, leave and come back later. I had days where I just got nuked, and I had days where I've nuked entire Zergs. Yeah. If it's not fun, get the hell out of there. But, like, anyone who sends a hate whisper is almost certainly a complete idiot. Because there's just no reason to do it. If someone is ganking you over and over again, something like that, then yeah, I get it. But the vast majority, we're all in, well, a lot of us are in PvP discords where they have a dedicated channel. I guarantee you every freaking PvP discord has this dedicated channel for hate whispers, which are just like the most retarded, just the dumbest things that you can imagine. Accusing people of cheating just because someone's better at the game than you, and like, all manner of idiocy. It makes you despair, but it also makes you laugh, so... Zdenya saying, I don't know, heavy attack in PvP screams meat shield. Not necessarily. A lot of the time it is just people building ult, isn't it? But because of the really scummy setups that people would run in here, with especially in IC, where they would find people who were fighting bosses, and then they would heavy attack the boss from a distance. They would trigger that tri-focus passive from a lightning heavy attack, and just explode all of the squishier players. Okay, I couldn't target that guy at all. It seems to be working. Ping is fine, FPS is fine. No, something's off. Something feels a little bit off. Like I'm about to disconnect. You can still hear me, right, Maya? Maya? You're muted.
Oh yeah. I was checking the stream, sorry. Yeah, it's working.
Weird.
You got the targeting bug, your sound is off. That's what Beloda's saying.
Yeah, I can't target anyone.
No. I have to reload UI.
I'm just gonna port out of here.
Oh, Sag.
But, yeah, it's weird, I can feel it. Interesting. Alright, let's just go through the door.
Yeah, that's what Beloda was talking about, yeah.
Well, we did say we were gonna check out Greyhost anyway.
Grey host.
Yeah, so I can't use execution on anything. I can't use javelin. Oh, hello.
The bug will lag people out too, Safety Walks is saying. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it feels very, very weird. Let's have a quick look. Oh my god, bar swap. Oh, well, at least now I don't have to worry about it. Jesus, I was just trying to check Q position 20. Alright, well I'm here for a little while then. Now it's fixed. Yeah, that's the bug I was talking about the last few days, yeah. First time I've actually seen it myself during this event. I've got no Talbar, so it doesn't matter. I can just run around and see what's up.
Afternoon, Ted Meister. How's it going?
Hey Ted, how you doing?
How you doing?
Also, the thing to make sure, one of the reasons it's better to talk to someone for PvP advice is to make sure that you know how they play and they have some idea of how you want to play also. Obviously, a content creator who makes quite a detailed video and includes gameplay and stuff like that, that can be very useful. That's King Krogo. Don't mind if I do, King Krogo.
So obviously it's going to be getting very busy. PvP weekend, people are getting home, people want
Yeah.
to play PvP.
There's one thing that is a little bit shit about this build, because it's so bursty. My sustained damage on a boss like this is a little bit wet. Why are they aggroing the boss and then running away?
Smart.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, this is very weird. It's very, very desynced. This sucks. I want to get out of here. It's weird. Fighting the PvE enemies doesn't really feel like it, but just that, can't bar swap, can't break free. Just feels very weird. Not entirely sure what's going on. Q position 13. Hey, we can do a quest while we're here. Where the hell not? That's handy. Papa just, I honestly had no idea who he was. How? Have you just never been in here?
This just in. Baba Jester hates Imperial City.
Why?
No, that's just me being silly. Knew because he was. I probably wouldn't have no. Yeah, oh, no, don't do PvP. I don't do the PvP.
Oh, you should do it. It's awesome.
Should do it. It's mint.
Oh, you should try it. It's mint.
There we go. Thank you.
Right, let's try and burst
Bellotta
this.
saying I knew because he was one of the bosses I was missing for the White Strikes achievement. Nice. So who's this bastard? This King Krogo then? Honestly, if you had asked me who King Krogo was, I would not have told you that he was in IC, and I've killed him many times.
You didn't know either, Maya.
No.
That's incredible to me.
No.
He's a legend. One of the few named Daedroth in the game.
Well, I apologize. I didn't know. Yeah. It has been horrible with the lag desync. Rangas is saying since the beginning
Yeah.
of this event in both Syrah and IC.
I
really? I've
disagree.
not experienced that.
I've had a little bit in
Yeah.
IC. But then
Yeah.
I port out, go back to 0, come back, and it's fine.
Yeah, I was just commenting the other day that
Hey,
it's
look, it's
been
Jester.
pretty chill. Moose, when are they releasing Glorgolo helmet style page? It's so ugly, it's sexy, I need it. Hey Millennium, hi Mayan Khan, how are you doing today? Good. Yeah, just a bit of a day where like admin stupid shit needed to be dealt with, you know? Adulting, boring. Other than that, good. How are you doing? How's everyone doing on this fine Friday afternoon, evening?
I just don't have time to do it, of course, yeah. But when PvP events are on, I mean, there are so many of them. And seriously, it's like, you know those people who say, oh, I don't do trials. And you just wish you could somehow communicate to them that they are missing out on literally the best thing in the game. I get a little bit of that when I hear people saying they don't do PvP and have no interest in it. It's like, oh, how can this be conveyed? But you can't convey it. This person's just standing there. Just building a bit of ult casually. Looks like a cool 1v1 they're having. I'm not going to interfere.
Rangas, lucky you then. It's okay for me now too, but the beginning was horrible. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've had some issues, don't get me wrong. But they're usually... Oh, I could try and fight this guy again, I guess. I don't have any ult yet.
And below that, I got 56k plus achievement points, so not much left to do. So I started also to do PvP. How nice! And yeah, Millennium. I know Maya. There are such days. I'm also joining in the PvP action now. Yeah, as Beloda is saying, it lasts till Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, it's
But there
pretty
is
awesome.
a long maintenance on Monday. Oof. So yeah, definitely get in there this weekend. Don't miss it. No, only 5 days left. I just feel bad for the hardcore PvPers. They get 2 events a year, and it's actually just focused around doing PvE quests in PvP zones.
Yeah, but they get more rewards for doing the things that they like.
And honestly, let's face it, like, you know, PvP is barely popping, certainly on the PC.
I like how much longevity that community has.
Yeah, and let's face it, the events are mostly just to get PvEers in there so they can kill them easily. Kidding, obviously. There's no honor in killing someone who's not ready to fight.
Yeah, that Vadashran Destro is brutal, isn't it? Look at that damage. Needs to just break line of sight on it. Yeah, this freaking guy. That is an interesting setup. He's definitely going to kill me. Like, all I can do is like break line of sight to stop that thing from eating me alive. Oh, hello. Bar swap. Come on. Nope. Not gonna work. Yeah, these guys are way too tanky. I don't mean that as a criticism. Their build's just better than this one.
Your build is better than mine. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe after I've got good enough to finish up the trial trifectas, I'll hit pure up for some starter builds.
Oh, dude, like. I'm actually gonna have to run away from this guy. He's not gonna leave me alone. Right, is my fucking queue ready yet? Queue position 1. Oh, there we go. I think... Oh no, I didn't quite finish doing the quest either. Nearly there, though. Yeah, who was it that was just saying experience will vary wildly? Like yesterday, I was absolutely cruising through IC. It was so much fun. No bug, no lag. Wasn't really running into that many people I couldn't deal with. Why is it saying that? Did we just start a new campaign? I guess we did.
Oh, right.
Right, so let's turn in a daily for Ciro. Already did the IC one. So if anyone wasn't going into Grey Host with a certain alliance because of that, well, now you can. Which is pretty nice. And Jester, I don't think any of the PvP folks complain about these events. I think the Golden Pursuits and the...
I think it was the lack of, you know, let's have more.
Yeah, I don't think they mind. What... I've never heard anyone say, "Oh, why is the PvP event actually a PvE event?" Like, I know where you're coming from, obviously, but I don't know that that's actually a problem. I don't think it's a complaint I've ever heard. Oh wow, Rubidite ore, hold me back. A boon.
I mean, it gets more people into Zero, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what people are appreciative of. Right, Grey Host looking very similar to... I mean, look at that. It's pretty much how it should be. Did the campaign literally just end, or what? Because that feels like a fresh map reset, doesn't it?
Oh, so when it resets... Okay, sorry, this is an incredibly dumb question, I'm sure. Does the map get cleared?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't actually realize that.
You did.
That's really dumb.
You did know that. You just forgot because it's in your video.
Oh, fuck.
Or at least I think it is. I think in the video you do mention that. But you just perfectly illustrated one of the problems. Oh, not a problem. One of the difficulties with a game like this. It is so hard to keep all this info in your head. Stuff which you have researched, like looked it up, checked it out, confirmed, tested. You can
I
still...
promised I watched my own video.
Yeah, you can still forget, right? Very, very easily. I mean, the obvious example is patch notes. I will forget something that was in the patch notes that I made a video about, and I'll forget it just a few weeks later. And someone will mention it in chat, and I'll go, oh, really? I did not know that.
Campaign ended at 5 this morning, apparently.
Yeah, okay. So it just hasn't moved a lot since then. That's fun. Tupki. What's happening here? I'm in combat with something. There is no escape. That might be my favorite feeling in PvP, when somebody else attacks you first, but you're able to get the better of them. That might be the best. Scrod. Oh my god. Chill out. I found the yellows. Not a chance. I did see him coming, I just didn't care. What's happening up here? Could have gotten rewards in mail. Yeah, probably. Haven't checked. Put some rewards for the worthy, for the Covenant. Helga, you helped the Covenant emerge victorious in this campaign. I certainly did. Here's 19,500 gold for your efforts. These rewards are fairly pathetic. Like, that was awesome.
Should have gotten rewards in mail, yeah.
Yeah. Champion's Cachet. Do you know what I mean? It is like fairly other than the geode, which is fine. That is a fairly rubbish reward. But yeah, that's an
Fairly is an understatement. I expected at least 50k. In a hula poodle. I'm gonna go and do some more adulting. I'll be back.
all right. I might even call it a day and do some PvE at this rate. It's just, yeah, the cards not really falling my way in PvP today. Strange, you think Friday afternoon? It would be... I mean, IC was pretty busy. I was just running into the real PvPers who spend a lot more time there than I do. They should put Endeavor points in event boxes. Or I don't know about that. I think the rewards from the event are fine. Although I do get irritated with all the Breton Terrier Mammoth Bone or whatever it's called. There's so many of them. That's just like there's no one who wants that pet that doesn't have it by now. Like, come on, give it a rest, Zos. 20k gold jewelry and a geode. Yeah, the geode is cool. That's fine. But yeah, Seals of Endeavor in end of campaign rewards. Like, they don't even have to be very many. I think Seals of Endeavor should be added just in small amounts, just a little sprinkling to trial hard modes. Maybe dungeons, I'm not so sure. I think trials, just replay incentives, basically. Long-term incentives to keep people doing trials over and over again. Another way of doing it would be to have a polymorph drop, or some sort of random, very rare drop, like in Asylum Sanctorium. Like, that's such a cool thing. Obviously everyone has it by now, but it's still fun. And it would keep people going back and doing this content. As soon as the red is dead, the two of us have to fight each other. Oh, apparently not. No, don't attack me, my ult's not ready yet. Oh, seriously? Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, that's when you know you're fucked. Like, when you attack... I thought that the two of them working together like that, they know what they're doing. They're probably together on Discord or whatever. But when you unleash your Acuity ult and everything, and they're just standing there at 80% health... Just a ton of healing. Ton of cross heals. Alright, well what are the blues actually up to then? What does it look like? Doesn't look like much is happening. Considering I had to queue for like 25 minutes to get in. What's the deal? Yeah, the poly keeps people doing vast runs. I mean, it doesn't keep me going back there, but I'm sure it helps. In general, doesn't it? Safety walks agreed, yep. Moose, if they were only added to the hardest content, so many people would rage. Well, those people can fuck off. Like, just learn to do it. It's not that hard. Hot take, maybe, but I think that's completely normal. What we need is incentives to get people into that content in the first place, and then keep them coming back. And you know why that works? Obviously, I'm not. I know you probably agree with me, Moose, so I'm not directing this at you. But you know why that works? Because then it'll be easier for people who haven't cleared that particular hard mode before. It'll be easier for them to find a group. Because there'll be incentives for people who have Swashbuckler Supreme to do it again. You know? And not just to pack up and do nothing but the newest trial until they have the trifecta there. There is a little bit of that. You see it a lot. That's how Ninja Pulls runs. It's not... We very rarely will take a group of 11 noobs and me into a teaching run. It just doesn't go that way. We will always have a mix. Half the group have done it before. They know the content. You know? Maybe 40%, I don't know. But there's always a handful of people who are there primarily for fun and to help others. You know, just to make the clear a little bit easier. They can do the mechanics. They can get reses. They can supply the damage that we need in a particular burst phase or whatever. Just looks like I'm running into small-scale groups the whole time. And I'm frankly not equipped to deal with them. Well, those are the two I just ran into. Break free, break free. Yeah, I would love to. That's like #1 on my wish list for this game, is a revamp of the reward system for PvP and for PvE, the endgame stuff. And that's why I think, in reaction to what Moose was saying, that's why you don't make it like crazy good. Like the Vast Polymorph, yeah, it's very nice, but you can buy it with gold. And it's a very, very low drop chance. And same if they were to add, say, Seals of Endeavor. Just a small amount. We're talking like 20 or something like that. And maybe it's only once a week. You can earn them from every trial once a week or something like that. I don't know. But you don't create a scenario where players who can't do veteran trials or who, well, generally those players don't exist. The players that don't think they can do veteran trials or are simply unwilling to change their setup to make them ready for it, then those people won't be like left completely out of the loop because it'll just be a slight advantage that you get. But I don't know, I think there's a way to do it. There's got to be a way, right? Moose, I'm in Endeavors only. Don't think they'd rage about other cosmetic stuff as much. No. But, I think that rage would be very, very easy to quell. You just say to look straight up, look, we've got very little reason currently to keep doing trials and over and over and over again. The main reason I do it is to teach new players how to do it. And I'm literally missing trifectas that I could This sounds like a brag, but I could go and join groups that are capable of getting, like Swashbuckler, Planesbreaker. I don't have these. I've been in groups that have... I'm definitely capable, is my point. I don't have the time to join these groups, and certainly not to set one of my own up, because we're too busy running ninja pools and doing all that stuff. So, and I'm fine with that. One day, when a friend invites me, I'll join one of these groups, or we'll set one up in the guild. But there are loads of players like me who are... They're literally progressing slower because they're trying to help others. It's a real thing in this game. It's a massive dynamic. And... yeah, so I think that would be very, very easy for the devs and for the community to shoot down that kind of rage if it happened. And say, no, just grow up. And if you want the stuff, go get it. There are people willing to teach you. It's not that hard. You're perfectly capable. Just say all those things and encourage everyone to like dive in. Go get it. You can do it. Is that Blux? No. Looks exactly like a character my friend has. Maybe let's get out of here and do some PvE. Happy Friday to the assembled Ninja Balls crew. Hey, Asterial, how's it going? And Solo, you want trifecta titles? I don't really care. I mean, I want the trifectas, but I don't use the titles. I don't know, it's... I obviously have no problem with anyone using a title that they've earned, especially the cool ones, and that's fine, but I find it a little bit cringy, so I can't bring myself to do it. But I don't think it's cringe when other people do it. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of a double standard. I know that it's fine to do, but I don't allow myself to do it. Feels weird. But yeah, I would love that because it would trigger that conversation. That'd be really interesting. And hey, Asterial, how is it going? Happy weekend. Happy Friday. Let's get out of here. Back onto my main. Do some stuff. Asterial, I'm good. I had one of very few work meetings I was glad to be in. All right. Yeah, those are rare, indeed. Solo, to me, trifecta titles means I don't have anything else to prove. I can enjoy the trial more without thinking about how to improve. Also, you don't literally mean the title. You just mean getting the achievement, getting it done. Yeah, I love that. I love having these things in the bag. I just don't, I don't do it for the flex, which, honestly, is a huge draw for a lot of people. And that's fine. Like I said, nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly natural. Human nature. Then I'm the asshole that cringes when people try to flex the easy-to-get titles. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. You think, why would you even put that title on? There's a weird sort of... yeah, there's a weird dynamic about that. If you're wearing the title, it means you're trying to show off, doesn't it? But or are you, or is it just something you got recently and you like that? Yeah, there's a whole lot of like second guessing and nonsense around it. I just don't even think about it. But yeah, when I see a title, I do assume it's a flex or an attempted flex. And honestly, there are very few that people are impressed with. Honestly, actually, is anyone impressed by a trifecta title? I actually don't think I am. Unless it's a, Aussie and Cage trifecta on day 2, then that's fun. Why do I have a writ? Just one. What? Okay. I forget where the crafting hall is in here. Yeah, that's the way.
You should have killed every last one of those two small goblins. Why let them...
Asterial, we're getting into creating AI bots to handle some of our more menial tasks in the system, and I'm stoked to be working with and developing these tools. Yeah. I don't even need to know the details to be able to imagine that.
The Stirk Fellowship is here to help. but most of the city treats us like invaders.
Very important that people understand the benefits and pitfalls of AI, and I just think it's going to take a while before it's sort of well understood on a general basis. There's so much waffle about it still, isn't there? Or like knee-jerk reactions against it.
The Sturk Fellowship is here to help, but most of the city treats us like invaders.
I've already heard that line way too many times. Where do I submit these in Solstice? I've actually never done this. Is it inside? Is it in the crafting hall? Papa Jester, we're getting into creating... Sorry, I scrolled too fast there. I think the only time I find it cringy is when someone wears the title when they join in a run of that content. That's true. You're like in a teaching trial in Cloud Rest and you bring your Griffin Heart. Because that, yeah, because again, it strengthens the impression that it's a flex. But like I said, it's perfectly natural, isn't it? But Lorda, there's already players complaining because of the dragon statues for Yolna and Locky Hard mode. Yeah, but not many. Like, that's not an issue which animates the community at large, is it? At least I hope not, because that would be so dumb. Then there's me, Ted. I guess I'm just instinctively skeptical of anything which has the potential to divide. And as you know, if you come here regularly, you know that one of my big gripes is this huge divide that persists between these two imagined player bases. That it has to be the casuals versus the elite or whatever. And I just, it drives me up the wall. And it creates nothing but problems. And misunderstanding and bullshit. I was really sad to hear what you were saying, Balorda, about the tavern. That there was a load of toxic stuff in the Twitch chat about endgame players and how much they suck. These are still way too spaced out, aren't they? These resource nodes. Most define impressed. It makes me go, oh, this fucker knows how to play. Nice, if it's a pug. Then sometimes that turns into, oh, this fucker bought the title. Yeah, I've never understood buying trifectas. I had a friend who bought the Vmol skin when he was quite new. That kind of makes sense. But I think... I don't know. Again, I could be way off here. And there have been people who've told me, yeah, you're 100% correct. There have been people who've told me you're 100% mistaken. But in my opinion, or I have a suspicion, that a lot of the carry guild stuff, the demand for carries, would vanish if people actually understood how easy these things are to learn. And being good enough at the game to get a Swashbuckler Supreme is really, really, really not that hard. All you have to do is want it and change your build. And most of us, when we do these, our raid leads tell us exactly what to wear and whatever, and it's common knowledge. You don't have to do any research of your own, really. I mean, you can, and it helps, but you could just ask people, and the knowledge is out there, and yeah, there's actually very, very little of difficulty involved. The really hard thing is getting the group together, finding the people, making sure everyone's on the same page, making sure people don't leave, and you don't get caught into that death spiral of a roster prog, where you keep having to replace people. That's the real trick. And I just feel like if people understood that a little bit better, that you don't have to be an amazing player. You don't have to be like God's gift to gaming to go and get these things. You really don't. Alright, so check out the Overland setup we made the other day. It's absolutely ridiculous. I know this is overworld, so nothing is difficult. but I don't know. It feels feels a little bit busted, like that. Just like one tapped an entire stack of enemies. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait for the more difficult version of Overworld now. Never before have I used this as a pre-buff. I mean, honestly, I've hardly ever used the skill at all. And Jester Belorda responding with, sometimes it's funny when there's a group, find a group, the leader insists on posting achievements, just equip title, because you can fake the achievement link. That's true, yeah. Safety Walks, PvE versus PvP, Mag versus Stam. Yeah, the divisions. I do think that that divide is imaginary, though. For the most part. Do you know what I mean? Like, you guys saw that, right? That was pretty sweet. Just being able to delete everything. Oh, that one didn't work. They were too far apart, I guess. Just to remind me to tell you a story about my friend next time we're in a voice chat. Just say Unchained. That'll jog my memory. Moose, I've gone into easier versions of Trials dungeons wearing some of the harder titles for them because I just put on characters and then forget what I even have on. Yeah, of course. It happens. I'm trying to be careful. It's like no one's being... It's perfectly natural. Like, it's not... I'm the weirdo for not wanting to use titles. I don't think I know that many players who have the same view. Anyway, where are we? There's a survey around here somewhere. Belorda, I will ask. I used to equip of the Undying Song, the Vadashan meta achievement, until people whispered me because they wanted me to join their trials. No more title equipped now. Also, people were like targeting you. Ooh, you must be really good. Interesting. I think you underestimate how bad a lot of players really are, even after being taught. Oh, sure, but if you could just make them understand that, no, you have to approach it like this, then there's obviously the attitude problem of, well, I don't want to do it like that. But no, I've run a teaching guild for years, so I think I know pretty well. The only filter I've got on my view of the player base is that we generally get the people who want to come to us, you know? So we don't find a huge number of those who have that strange attitude of, hey, don't tell me how to play, but you've got 2 shields equipped or whatever. Oh, that's literally not possible, but or you're trying to punch the boss rather than equipping a sword or anything, you know, and you do get this weird thing of like, don't tell me how to play. Asterial, I've never deleted mobs, but I get the job done. I mean, look, yeah, this is actually a great example. There's literally no skill involved in what I'm doing right now, is there? None. I'm just leveraging some procs. In fact, what I'm doing is this is probably not even optimal. I'm using Rushing Agony for the lols. It's probably a terrible choice because right now I'm killing everything before it can go off. But it's just kind of fun to see them fall over like that. It's nothing new. Like that's obviously been possible in this game forever, but subclassing has just made it even more ridiculous. Maybe you're giving an impression that trifectas are easy. I was on a group that took more than a year to prog Dawnbringer. Didn't get it in the end. Trifectas... I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. And a lot of what I'm talking about comes from more recent metas where, you know, you stack Arcanists and the trifecta kind of takes care of itself. But honestly, Dawnbringer is pretty easy right now. I was also in a group that took... I led that group, in fact. I taught everyone how to do all the hard modes in there. Then Maya took over in the last few months when we really started pushing. That took us a while because it was in the middle of update 35. We had to change our comp completely. I think only a couple of people left the group. So we were quite lucky, actually, because a lot of groups were completely screwed by update 35. We weren't, and we got it. Job done. But we went back in there with the same group. About half the people had been changed by that point. But a lot of the same folks were in the group at this time. And that was just a few weeks ago, just before update 46 arrived. And it was a 2-day Dawnbringer, I think. Maybe 3? It's just... things have changed so much. It's a little bit like what I'm doing here. Like, you guys, if you were on the channel, I don't know, anytime in the last couple of weeks, you might have seen me doing a little bit of overland content here and there, running around with Living Death slotted because I had to level it. So it was just there on the back bar, not really doing anything. And the speed with which I'm now killing stuff, just because I've actually... because I got everything. I've got all of these leveled just a few days ago. We did it on stream. Finished everything, every morph of everything, and then so, all right, let's actually trick out my main for overworld stuff. And the difference is night and day. And it's not like it was a weak character before. That's what it feels like going to get a lot of these older trifectas. Obviously, the newer ones, different story. But it's sort of, whenever you say, oh, it's quite easy, you then have to define exactly what you mean by that. So I'll try to avoid being too throwaway with these little descriptions, but honestly, I'll stand by the fact that it is easier than ever. It is a lot easier than people think, by an order of magnitude, to go and get these things done. It's honestly, getting the group together is the difficult part. Asterial, to quote the movie Airplane, chump don't want no help, chump don't get no help. Yeah. And Belorda, I also ran a teaching group. There were some lost causes. I told them everything. They weren't able to understand or use the knowledge. Yeah. Hey, Dog Bess. Hello. Thanks for the banana. Like a tank who wasn't able to keep up taunt. Yeah, you do get them occasionally. I'm actually going to crank up my in-game settings because I feel like it. Because we're not doing PvP right now. It's my secret build. No one can know, bro. I checked the logs. But Lord, I have a tank, but I'm not super good at it. But facts that I've just not practiced with it much. Yeah. Like, honestly, I've seen it. I've done it. I've done it hundreds of times. You take someone who thinks they are useless, or who genuinely is a little bit useless in a trial group, and it's not a skill thing. They just need some good tips, the proper setup. They just need good info and a little bit of practice, and an environment where they can get those things. Right? That's the tricky bit. Often people don't want to. They don't realize that there's a place out there. Not just Ninja Pools. There are loads of guilds that do this, where they'll have a patient raid lead who has done the hard mode a bunch of times, might even have the trifecta in that trial, but is happy to teach them how to do it on plain old veteran. They don't realize that these resources are out there. I think that is one of the big problems. I could actually... Maya inspired me the other day with the Saint and the Seducer. What do I still need? Vile Mance. But Lord, they were really bad. Like, first boss came down in VCR and the tank didn't taunt for like 10 seconds. Let's see that PvP. Oh, we were in there for a couple of hours. War Weasel just bounced out of there because it was... I don't know, performance in IC was really bad. Also, I kept running into players that were more capable than me. Set up better than I was. You know, the kind who's just like... They've taken time to trick out their build. And my combo was just nothing to them. Despite me being able to take down a lot of other players extremely quickly and easily, that's what's so fun about PvP. But yeah, we'll be heading back in. Just taking a little bit of a break. It was getting a little bit boring, to be honest. I'm hoping as the evening wears on, we'll get more people in there. Dovbass, yo, gamers! Safety Walks, titles come and go, friends can last a long time. There we go, some players need an enemy to feel secure in their playstyle, in my humble opinion. Maybe so. And most, those groups always end up with at least one person who doesn't speak up when they don't understand something and actively refuse to learn. I don't know why. Scared to look dumb, maybe? It's probably that, yeah. But I can see what they're doing, and it's making them look even more dumb than asking for help would, exactly. On this occasion, someone was speaking up, even asked how to interrupt, and the reaction was, explain how to do it. Yeah. So where does this thing drop? I'm sure you guys have got this one already. Oh, it's a specific guy, really? Where's Sergeant Attilius? There. I'm guessing... This is actually a pretty good place to check out the new setup. That's pretty funny. And I didn't get it. Oh, so that sucks. Now I just have to sit here until he comes back? Guess we can run around a little bit. Is there anything else that drops in here? Yeah, it's an interesting one. But hopefully we'll get to the point where we can stream some more teaching runs and stuff like that. And then maybe people will more easily be able to see. But it's not the greatest content for Twitch, if I'm honest. Yeah, this setup is hilariously overpowered for this base game content. How you doing, War Weasel? What kind of PvP would you like to see? See if I can farm this a couple of leads for this mythic. Safety Walks, I want timeout PvP. Where you die, you go to Ghost Realm PvP. Wow. That might be law breaking though. Like that. as in Lore. That might be the trouble with that idea. But yeah, what have you guys found is like was the hardest thing to learn in this game? Because I know a lot of you are very, very good, experienced players, like Solo, for example. Probably got some trifectas that I don't have. In fact, I'm sure you do. I'm sure plenty of you have. I don't even have a Godslayer, right? Which is insane. Mr. Windsor, happy Friday, because that is just not even difficult to get anymore. You could probably, if we put a group together, we could probably get it in a few days. It's just kind of funny that I don't have that one, but I think for me it was the realization of weaving was very obscure. Like the game I didn't feel like the game was telling me that anywhere. And I was playing a Nightblade. Like, if any class has a clue that weaving is a thing, it's Nightblade with this skill. You know, the Grim Focus skill. Assyriel got a few trifectas, but I don't chase them. Yeah, it's exactly the same. I like them. They're fun to get. They're fun to do. But I haven't really made an effort to pursue them. Just pug it right now with chat. Yeah, casual Godslayer. Easy. It's the organization, though. That's what I mean. If the organization and the optimization is a given, then it is easy. But, take that away and it might as well be impossible. But I thought I remember that being quite strange. Despite the fact that I got this ability, which you stack up with light attacks. But figuring out exactly how that worked, that was a little obscure to me. It just feels like the game makes no effort to tell you about it. So what's dealing the damage there? They're just too squishy, these ads, aren't they? I wonder what kind of health they will have. This is just their HP, isn't it? 31k. I wonder what kind of HP they'll have in difficult overworld mode. May change in September. Oh, here we go. He's up. Still didn't get it. Joining a trifecta group as a healer if the group gets full. Nice. Jester, are we talking about Gomez or people feeling bad for asking for in-game help? Oh, really? I think that's like one of the big things. Let's try one of these others. This is a bit boring. Stonefalls. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, what is the thing that people struggle with the most? I think a lot of tanks have to sort of get over that hump of understanding exactly how armor works and where they're supposed to get it. Again, because the game doesn't really tell you. So it's often, like with weaving, the penny drops and it all falls into place when you look up a guide on YouTube or someone in-game explains it to you. People should feel bad when they don't ask. Why willingly choose to be ignorant? I mean, there's social anxiety and stuff like that. I remember when I was fairly... Like, the only time I encountered Discord before this game was just men shouting at one another, in other types of video games. So I wasn't particularly interested. And I remember going on Discord with a guild that was... They weren't, like, looking back, they really weren't that capable at all. But they had that vibe of, yeah, we're the fucking best, And I remember being a little bit, like, I spoke up. And if there was something I didn't understand, I would I would ask. But I'm a fairly outgoing person, and in this situation, I was definitely quieter than I would normally be. But I guess that's just because I was in a new place. Maybe. It's part of it as well. Sheogorath's tongue. What do we need to do in there? Just the boss. Which one is Sheogorath's tongue? Do you guys remember? There it is. I mean, we should always be talking about Gomez. Yeah, this is true. And just, hey, I've cultivated this level of ignorance and I've never been happier. Well, people are asking for PvP. You know what? Let's go back to PvP in a minute then. We could use some more PvP. It was, I don't know, it was a little bit weird when I was in there before. Nothing really seemed to be happening. So I sort of gave up and thought I would do a couple of things in Overland. But yeah, let's go back. We'll kill this boss. I'm assuming it's the boss. I have no memory of this place. Don't remember ever being in here before. Which is weird, because I must have been in here 20 times, or whatever, to get the Sky Shard on 20 characters. Man, I do not remember this place at all. Let's cheese it up and really like pre-buff the shit out of this one. Okay, got the lead though. 93.9k DPS. What the fuck even happened? This is really funny. Like Stampede hits hard enough. Mage's Wrath goes off at the same time. That's pretty funny. Moose, I'm one of the least outgoing people in the world, and I can ask, how do this mechanic help in text? Not an excuse. Yeah, I don't know. If something needs to be asked, then absolutely you're right. People should ask it. But Lord, I'm annoyed when players join vet dungeons without knowing any mechanics and not speaking up about it. Yep. I spare myself a lot of these experiences by being in a guild and running with groups. But yeah, I've definitely had those before. Alright, let's bounce on out of here. I'll take this character back to... Where were we? The Vile Manse, or whatever. Had this happen when pugging Frostfall just a few days ago for pledges. I tried giving the tank tips, because I usually main a tank. They kept messing up and telling me, I know this boss. But then why are you dying? Yeah, I think part of it is that when we type in chat, like listen to my tone of voice for a moment. I'm being cheerful and telling you, no, it's absolutely fine if you do it this way. All you want to do is place the guy over here and make sure that da 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 da. But if you read that in chat, none of that tone is there. If I just say, what you have to do is place the guy over here, and suddenly without that tone, it... We always, I don't know why we do this, but we tend to assume the worst kind of tone in the absence of any tone when we read a message. And some people are really, really bad at it. I know one person who gets instantly offended by almost everything on Discord. And it's like a constant pressure on everyone using that channel to not, I don't know, to sort of not piss that person off, because they get the wrong end of the stick so often. I should turn things back down again if we're going to go PvPing. Slight performance boost. Get 110 frames instead of 104 or whatever. Depth of field can get lost. Don't want that. But you know what I mean? Like, when things are written in Discord or on, in group chat or whatever. Who are we bringing? This one. It can feel... People interpret it as being hostile when you're doing nothing of the sort. But you can't convey any sort of helpful tone. Unless you put a bunch of XOXOXO into the group chat. And that would just be weird. I think that's one of the reasons it's so much harder to explain mechs to anyone. So yeah. TB Speranton. PvP is imminent. How you doing, by the way? Welcome on in. Welcome on in, everybody. Let's go and check. Vampirism good. Food is good. Let's grab a little bit of ult from Maya's house. They also told DDs to start the fights. What? Just did Ice Reach. Tank didn't know that they shouldn't get hit by the enraged boss. Died twice. I told him to walk away when he enrages. Simple. Alright, where should we go? 10 minutes for Grey Hosts. Black Reach, when it's all full. One minute. Well, fuck it. Let's try Black Reach. And if it sucks, we can queue for Grey Host once we're there. I'm 100% going to put XOXO in chat next time I have to give someone a pointer in a dungeon. Yeah, I would have said keep boss still and dodge, Moose. Easier just to kite, but yeah, if you can survive it as well. If you have a really properly built tank, you can just eat it, I think. But then most people don't have that level of mitigation because they don't need it generally in plain veteran dungeons. Yeah. Mr. Windsor, how are you liking your PvP build? Is it fun to play? Yeah, this one's a lot of fun. It definitely has its limits. And there are I've encountered you can spot them very quickly. Either pre-made groups where you just cannot make a dent, and it only takes 2 of them really. Like Belorda joined me yesterday on a healer, and even just that small increase, well, it's quite a big increase actually, but just having one person cross healing made this build feel 5 to 10 times more powerful. Because I could just focus on damage, didn't have to bar swap as much and keep buffs rolling. So it definitely has its limits. And if you meet someone who's really, really prepped and their build is solid, like there was someone in Imperial City just earlier, you guys saw this, and they were sort of just dueling people one-on-one. And I eventually got into a fight with them. I had to just run away because my burst would get them down to 50% HP. And that was it. That was me using every trick I had and throwing it at them. So I just couldn't kill him. But they were using the Vadashran destruction staff and dots and just dotting me the fuck up. So I was under massive pressure to like heal myself and break line of sight and run away. And this is a pretty tanky setup. Like we're almost at the... We're not quite at the resist cap. In fact, I could use a little more armor. But yeah, it's a good one. I'm liking it a lot. It's pretty typical, I think. It's your Moria. Yeah, exactly, unmechanized. I have no memory of this place. Q position 14. Well, I should go and do something in the meantime. Tell you what, let's compare... let's compare... Where am I going? Bankurai. What I was just doing on the other character. And see how different it feels. Just for the hell of it, while we're waiting to load in. Yeah, Moose, you fucking dumbass. You need to do X and Y. XO, XO, XO. Devil's Master, hello there. Cross healing should definitely be taken away from PvP. To be fair, that would solve a lot of problems, wouldn't it? It'd also make it a little less interesting, but that is an interesting... If I were on the dev team, I'd definitely think about that. That's an interesting idea. What do you guys think? I think... I don't know, I think small scale... Could they cap the group size at... I don't know, I just love small scale groups so much. It's really, really good fun. Like, we're talking like 3, 4 people. Some of the most fun in PvP. And you don't need the healing. Like, you could take it away and it would still be interesting, but... I don't know. Interesting. Or just cut cross healing by a certain amount. I don't know. That's the first time I've heard anyone suggest that. It's an intriguing one. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Moose, make healing in PvP cross alliance. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right? If you're firing a healing spell, hello, Eric Baldwin. If you throw a healing AoE on the ground, and then your enemy stands in it, don't they get healed? There you go, Zos, you've broken the lore of the Elder Scrolls. Black Reach is ready. Let's get the hell in there. And pray that something's happening. But yeah, welcome to the weekend. Welcome back to Cyrodiil, everyone. Let's go find some fights. Oh, something's going on at Alessia. The bridge is under attack. What? Doesn't look like the blues are really involved. Where should we go? It looks like Faragil and Chalman are the ones. Let's try Faragil since I'm already here. Hey, Chronic Slayer, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Very kind. How's it going? Maybe cap the hots in PvP, ground AoE and sticky have limits. Yeah. Clearly the healing is one of the biggest things that makes ball groups annoying and problematic. They just kill the fun. But small scale, I wouldn't want to see that go. So yeah, some sort of healing cap could be interesting. But I'm guessing that Zos expect that to be rolled into whatever package we get for new Cyrodiil once the Cyrodiil Vengeance testing is complete. You know? I'm guessing that I'd be shocked and pissed off if tackling the ball group problem wasn't part of their agenda. Oh my god, yeah, we get it. You know how to streak. Oh, the negate, just as I was trying to heal. Man, when your executioner just doesn't want to fire.
I need healing.
Erin, hello there. Just turn on friendly fire. Oh man, I'd be such a liability. Can you imagine that with jabs and reverse slice? Also, I'd be in deep trouble because I play with Maya so much. Any game with friendly fire, she tends to be very guilty. Beaming me at full health. Right, alright. You definitely deserve a kill for beaming someone at full health. I know loads of people do it. But it's a little bit like when I see a lightning heavy attack, my heart just sinks. I guess he died, so the ults just didn't have anything to fire at. That looks amazing. I've never seen it do that before. But yeah, Aaron, how's it going? And Sparanton. Or do cross healing so the same spell can't be stacked? That's one I have heard before, yeah. You can't have multiple instances of like echoing vigor or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I've not thought as deeply about these problems as the hardcore PvPers. There's some really good commentators in that community. And I know that they do talk to Zos and share their thoughts and that of those of their community. We were talking a little bit about this just the other day, in fact. Safety Walks, copy this for future needs. You've reached a special agent of the Department of Digital Integrity and Rituals. DDIR. This message has triggered a scam alert under subsection too obvious to be real. Any further communication may result in ceremonial banishment from credible networks and the summoning of the cosmic forces of sarcasm. The deepest chasm there is. No, I shouldn't have blown my ult. Really didn't need to. Your Trust Wallet scheme has been noted, logged, mocked, and mythologized for future satirical training modules. So what are these guys doing? Are they going to start sieging or what? They kind of look like they're just looking for a fight, not actually looking to siege the keep. Went out shopping, just came back. Well, welcome back. This one welcomes you back. Where the hell are these guys going? Let's check out the mine. So it's so long, it's so true some days. When would I deploy that message? What would someone have to do? Safety walks. what would be the thing that triggers? Why do I have 500 ults? I just used it, didn't I? A random email, I see. One thing I don't love about this character, I love my Magplar. She's great. One thing I don't love is that ooh noise she makes. And now she's not doing it. But yeah, it's a thing. We're working on a revamp, an update of our new player guide video. Really excellent. And one of the things we've added to it is, in character creation, don't forget to test the audio on your character. Check the voice. Make sure you like it. And really spam that button so you get to hear a bunch of the different sounds they make. Also, you can have, if you are a male Redguard or a male Argonian, you can have your character voiced by Tim Russ, as in Tuvok from Star Trek. And there are a few like that. I think Olivia Dabo might be one of the NPC voice, like the player character voices as well. There are a bunch of really cool ones in there. I don't know, like 12 people from the voice cast or whatever. Oh, we got a ganker inbound. Oh, there it was. The ooh. Oh, there we go. It's nice to res. They got like 25k HP. I can see why they were targeted. Alliance skill lines give a lot of ultimates. Yeah, but it can't be that 500 ult. It must have just like not gone off. I saw the animation, heard the noise, and I killed the guy. But it must have just not gone off. Ask you for your back card. I give it to them every time. Tell them to bring it back full. There's a funny one on Seinfeld. We don't really get as many of these anymore. But you know when someone would like call you up on your phone and it's like a scam call or whatever? Again, I'm a little bit puzzled by what the fuck the Blues are up to. And what is even happening. This is why I left earlier. It's just like completely directionless. There's the ganker again. Oh, I'm maybe being pursued here. And yeah, so Seinfeld picks up the phone and is like, oh, okay, well, I can't really talk right now. I'll tell you what, give me your number and I'll call you back later. What's that? Oh, you don't like it when people call you at home? Well, now you know how I feel. And then he hangs up. It's a little bit longer and more and funnier than that, but I just love that bit. Like turning the tables. Like, it's such a shitty thing to do. I've worked for companies where we've needed to generate sales by calling people up. You know, and like building a relationship. And the first time you talk to someone at that company, it can be very, very difficult to get anywhere because they're like, well, nothing has been established. I know of no reason why you should be calling me. And yeah, when you're like 20 or 21 and you're talking to like some 50-year-old managing partner of a law firm or whatever, that is a little bit tricky. But so some like some of those kind of calls, they do need to happen. They're perfectly legit. But man, they can be so fucking irritating. That's the thing about that mythic. You can always see where the hell they are. Even through the walls. There we go. It's fairly straightforward. Check if Ashpit has big Zergs. You get twice as much XP compared to a regular campaign. A lot of people raid there. Ashpit, you reckon? I did see it was quite busy. Yeah, you know what? Screw it, let's try it. Let's check it out. I'd need to leave though. I need to go to IC first. Alright. Let's check out Ashpit then. I'm just really baffled that there is so little happening. Or that I can't find it. Like one siege up there at Arius. I think there's just lots of little scattered attempts to make something happen. But on other days I've found like massive momentum is really building behind one alliance or another, and they're just absolutely surging from keep to keep, flipping everything in their path. And then that will break and the tide will turn the other way. But today I've just seen absolutely nothing. In either Blackreach or Greyhost, even though they're both practically full. Very strange. AP, not XP. Yeah, Norris, we've got it. Hey, thanks for the hydrate safety walks. Everybody grab a beverage. Take a sip. Make sure you're keeping hydrated. Oh, this looks like a mess. Wow. Where should we go first? Let's see what's going on at Warden. People don't even defend castles in Ashpit. Just big zergs capturing. I don't normally do any campaign hopping. We just go, if Cyrodiil's boring, we go to IC. And if IC is boring, I'll just do something else. I never do BGs. I don't know, they just don't really capture my imagination. But they can be really fun. Like if it's an Endeavour or a Golden Pursuit, I'm in, you know? Ask Zone Chat where the action is. I'll keep an eye on Zone Chat. A Warden's flipped. I guess Ash is next. So it's just for AP. I don't really want AP. Like, I've got 15 million or whatever it is, and I don't even know what to do with it at this point. But, yeah. Let's see what's going on down here. Nothing in Zone Chat, just people saying LFG. Excuse me. Put on the music, can we? That might be fun. So much horsing. So I meant to ask, actually I was expecting a little more of reaction from chat when earlier I dropped the bomb that I only just watched Night of the Living Dead for the first time. What? See, why did I just get dismounted? I really hate that. Build a bit of ult on these guys. Yeah, so either chat I guess doesn't care, you haven't seen the movie, you're not horror nerds the way that Maya and I are, but has anyone seen that? The 1968 Night of the Living Dead. Like an absolute classic, foundational horror movie, and for some reason we just had never got around to watching it. It's been on the list for years. Dismounted again. It's very weird that seems to happen a lot when I'm jumping. Erin, you've seen it. What'd you think? Deadmeister me not like horror. I love it. Greatest. Too scary. Yeah. I mean, they just put us in touch with the things we're already scared of. Generally, it's like boot camp for the soul. I think Wes Craven used to say, horror movies don't create fear; they release it. I wish I had more IRL friends who liked horror movies. Yeah, same actually. A lot of my friends are quite, ew, no thank you. But luckily the wife is well into it. Music is very chill, isn't it? Relative to what's happening. All of those who liked horror, all of your friends that liked horror are now dead? Whoa. That's quite a thing to hear. Just old age? Guys, come on, stack on the ram. Sad. Oh, he is. He's just packing them away. Is this NA? No, I'm on EU. We're in Ash Pit right now. I've only got the cold fire ballistas, which is a bit not really ideal. Must be a big Zerg somewhere. Or I see no sign of it. That's the thing. Brindle. One siege. Yeah, EMU seemingly a bit dead today. I think it's just clogged with questers. This is what we were talking with Miss Lobo about yesterday, that it says we're pop locked, but where the fuck is everybody? They must just be questing around. Not actually contributing to the Alliance War stuff. Yeah, this is gonna take forever. Funny because the other day it was popping. Yeah, same. Yeah, yesterday, the day before that. It's been really, really fun. I've had a lot of fun in Cyrodiil this week. It's been really cool. Yeah, shame. I don't think this is gonna go anywhere. Why is this one always pointing at the ground? Well, the ram is doing nothing. Questers make PvP boring? Absolutely. Yeah. Say, this event might be a good time to level up assault and support on NA tank or healer. Just saying. I don't have either of those things. But yeah, that's a good point. Should get involved on the NA server a little bit more. I just hate the idea that I have to do everything again. Sucks so much. Oh, there are 3 people here now, maybe. If I drop a ram. I guess not. Questing should be made a separate instance. Or people should just play PvP. Like it's that thing, like it's self-fulfilling. The players are the content. The more of us that are here, the more fun it gets. There we go, ram time. Just need one more person. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Let's go. Anox, how's it going? Welcome on in. By the way, where's Maya? She's downstairs. Doing some chores. She was with us earlier. She may join again before I finish. I'm not entirely sure. But we had an unexpectedly a lot we had to do today. Which is why the stream started a bit later. But it's all fine. We're good with it. She said, screw our yarn. Flipped out. Flipped us off and ran away. Yeah, that's exactly how it went. Fuck all your motherfuckers. That's exactly how she said it. In the basement? Again? Dining room, I think. Do I have any other type of list? What the fuck? That's no. Oh, we got a firebolt. Yeah, let's use those instead. Safety walks. I'm gonna get you suckers. Well, finally, we made something happen. Now people are actually here. Maybe that's all it takes. One man can make a difference. Is this what you were talking about, Erin? We've now got quite a lot of friendlies here to flip the keep. And what Erin was saying was that they'll just leave, they won't repair anything. And then they'll get zerged by the other team moments later. If you siege it, they will come. Indeed, yes. But Lorda, I didn't switch servers, but there was a time when EU got a lot of problems, so I played on NA. I definitely have friends, especially from PvP, that would do, that would just go to the NA server. Because the performance was slightly better. Yeah, look, no one's repairing anything. not repairing is a good idea. If nobody does it, it will be an insane AP farm. Yeah. Well, if that's like the unspoken thing, some people ruin it for everyone. Right, where did everybody go? Chalmont next. If you say so, let's give it a go. Yeah, there was a time when performance was absolutely diabolical on the EU server. It was genuinely hard to be a fan and a player of this game, like week in, week out. I've said before, that was the closest I've been to quitting. Like trials, PvP, everything was just a little bit shitty. But fortunately, it didn't last that long. It was like half a patch, I think it lasted. But yeah, it really made us all question, like, what are we even doing here? This is pathetic. Sort it out. So I'm curious. Let's see if we can start a conversation on something here. Let's subclassing, right? We've all had time to absorb it, make a bunch of builds, try PvP, PvE, dungeons, trials, overland, whatever. Themed builds, joke builds, crazy damage. So leaving aside all of the... Again, with the freaking dismount. This is a new bug on me. I've only had it the last few days. I keep getting dismounted. Very strange. Leaving aside the power creep. Let's forget about that for a minute. How have you guys found it? Do you think it has added to the game? Like, because there were so many knee-jerk reactions, mine included, of like, this is gonna be... Like, this is bad. Like, it's gonna shrink the game. It's gonna be less interesting. None of the choices you make, like choosing Magicka, like, it's the only choice that has any impact now is race and alliance. Nothing else is gonna make any freaking difference. And that's not proved entirely true. Like, all the negativity was a little bit preemptive. Yeah, what do you guys think? Has it made the game more interesting? Has it made it less interesting? Now that we've all had a couple of months to sort of process it. Because I think most of the PvPers I've spoken to, they've said, you know, right now there's some balance issues, but actually this change has been really fun, really interesting. It's opened things up. As long as you can rebalance it, this isn't the disaster for PvP that we expected it to be. Like, a lot of people really thought it was going to be awful. And most of what I'm hearing now is, yeah, they got to rebalance, but it's actually okay, which is great. And in PvE, it's been very, very warmly embraced. I know a few people who, well, I know 2 people who literally quit the game because they didn't want subclassing to exist. They didn't want to play anymore. But I think, honestly, for you to be able to do that as a result of that kind of change, you must have been burning out on the game in the first place. So Speranton saying, Grey Host, PvP EU is always absolutely shite, to be fair. When it's pop-locked, you legit can't cast spells half the time. Subclassing is so fun, but negating pure class is a big no, in my opinion. A lot of people share that opinion. I'm open to them buffing pure classes somehow. I'm not convinced that it's absolutely necessary, but I can't imagine it doing any harm. So that, yeah, they should just do it. But dude, I haven't seen that in ages when someone just places the ballista right there. Oh, okay. Lord, I changed from DPS to heal with subclassing. Enjoying being able to play my main character in Trials and Dungeons regularly again. Yeah, that's a change for me as well. I guess because my main character is a Nightblade. So I have done some trifectas on it. But generally, it's one of the last ones I would be asked to bring. There's often like the token Nightblade in the group, you know? And then there's the, you know, when it has a really good patch. I did see someone there fleeing. So that's a good point, Belorda. I agree with that one. Moose has made DD more fun. Not really tried much subclassing on supports. It doesn't... It's not as impactful, I suppose, yeah. But I've enjoyed it on tanks and healers, actually, yeah. And I have very mixed feelings about the fact that I have 20 characters. Like, what's the point in having so many now with subclassing? But that's a very unique problem for me and a lot of the other veteran players. But Papa Jester, the DPS things are slanted in favor of a few skill lines. Yeah, so assuming balance can be fixed, which it can, and hopefully will. The sport's been a lot more interesting. But you're saying we might not even have seen how weird and wonderful subclassing can get because the meta has been so freaking narrow in this first patch. Said I don't like not being able to do stuff. Yeah, I didn't know what that meant either, so thank you for asking. And Speranto, they need to make achievements much, much harder further on. Something to really grind for and feel great once you achieve it. Yeah, so it definitely throws up some problems. Interesting, isn't it, how all the reactions are, it's good, but generally it sounds like you guys are in favor of subclasses. This is a lot of what I'm hearing. I wonder if the people who quit, like Happy, my friend Happy, if he actually stayed, if he would have changed his mind. I have a suspicion that he might have done, might have come around, because you get used to it pretty quickly. I think a lot of the negativity was because of like the shock. Whoa, what? They can't do that. And then once you recover from that initial whoa, you realize that, oh, actually, it kind of works. You just get on with it, and there are more things you can do now that you couldn't do before. I agree with the difficulty. Keep pushing the difficulty, but yeah. Moose. I like getting more involved with stuff. Like more vet stuff, as I lack the DPS. Felt left out some of the time. Oh, I see that you didn't have an Arcanist or whatever. So you didn't feel like you could join? Yeah, but that's not a thing in Ninja Pools. Let people join on what the hell they want. So long as they haven't, you know, it's not a complete abomination of a setup. Which we very, very rarely see. But yeah, doing okay. Been playing more recently. Subclassing is causing this. I'm not following. I think that's Ted Meister saying before subclassing felt a little bit less able to get involved and jump in. Alright, so yeah, you weren't even talking about the subclassing thing, just sort of a general point. Oh, people are going to Blue Road, apparently, by the look of it. Brrk. And Aaron, subclassing has exposed the disparity between various skill lines. Yep. It's not just exposed, it's made it actually matter. Like before, nobody cared, no DK cared that Draconic power wasn't that, you know, useful to them. It was the class toolkit overall that we cared about. You know, what was possible, with the DK, what wasn't possible with this or that class, you know, sustain, cleave, that kind of stuff, right? So look, a lot of these disparities were very well known. It's just nobody cared, I guess. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's made that very, very apparent. All the characters were making gold. And Aaron, I still believe Zos should have made only one line swappable. Honestly, I'm still a little bit surprised that they didn't. There must have been some like penny drop moment where they decided, no, we'll do the whole thing. But yeah, such a huge shake-up to the game. I'm actually quite impressed and surprised that it hasn't been more disruptive. Of course, there's been complaints. The balance is like completely whack right now. The meta is a little bit narrow and a little bit less interesting. But yeah, like overall, they sort of got away with it pretty, like much better than I would have expected. Because I was not happy when I first heard the news. I thought, this sounds like it's going to be bad. Interesting, but weird and maybe bad. A lot of people had that react. And obviously, they're now flip-flopping between short-term and long-term fixes for the balance problems that we've got. And that's like the thing I've been saying since the very beginning of when they announced it. It's like they've given themselves a terrifying amount of work. And when it became clear, when we got into week 1 of Update 46 PTS, it became very clear they hadn't done actually that much prep for it. They hadn't gone through like a rebalance process. And they were going to have to do that on the fly, like after it had been released. That's a point that's oft repeated. I think I agree, but they can't go back now, yeah. Oh, Ted Meister, you shouldn't. It's not coagulating blood. Like, are the healers really that bad? Like, your one job in those trials is just pump out damage. So, yeah, try getting rid of the coag and see if you need it. And if you just got it slotted and you're not casting it, then I guess it doesn't matter, but... So you quite like subclassing, just leveling one of the Warden skill lines? Yeah, I wasn't thrilled about the amount of work that goes into leveling them all up all over again. But I guess there's no real way around that. And Moose, I would be fine with it if they changed it now to only one skill line. I think too many would not like it. It wouldn't be a good look as well. Yeah, the cat's out of the bag. And it would make them look very silly. So yeah, I'd be very surprised if they did anything of that sort. But that is interesting. You guys are generally pretty on board with how it's gone so far. Good to know.
I need healing.
Because the devs do ask us about this stuff, you know? Like, if you're on the Ninja Balls Discord, you'll have noticed a few weeks back, just before the poor guy lost his job, thank you once again, Microsoft, that Neil, the head of community management for Bethesda, Europe, Northern Europe, he was in our Discord asking people for their thoughts on Update 46 so we could relay it back to the people upstairs. I thought that was a really cool move by him. And I think the devs know that talking to content creators who get a lot of YouTube comments, they often have Discords with thousands of people like we do. And obviously some Twitch streamers who get a lot of chat and comments, and we're often pretty useful in terms of relaying general sentiment around the game. The audio is a little bit loud, the game audio. Is that better? Or was it better before? Ashpit is peak player versus door. I mean, this is what I saw in the other servers, in the other campaigns in previous days. But yeah, this is now it's obvious where the Zerg is, you know? People upstairs. Yeah, is he in your basement too? Yes, that's correct. Another thing we've been talking about with Zos, a lot of players are talking to them about this, and we've had this conversation. We've had this conversation on the stream as well. It's about Twitch drops, how to get people onto Twitch. Like, for the amount of players we have in ESO, the Twitch category is not that big. And yeah, I know they're trying to have that conversation and figure out what they can do. I think a lot of it is to do with Dune Awakening having come out, and those guys, like, they did a really, really good job with Twitch drops. So the categories really pop in. Obviously, it's a new MMO, it's a little bit different. It's a very, very well-constructed game. Honestly, I couldn't really see the point of it. There's no story. It's just, like, it's the issue, it's the question I have with all survival games. Like, ultimately, what's the end goal here? Sure, I gathered some sticks so I could make a plank of wood. When I had enough planks of wood, I could build a house. You know, all that stuff. But yeah, there's that whole thing is happening because of that game. The studio did a really good job on Twitch, I think everyone seems to think. And everyone's just begging Zos to, like, up their game and in that regard. ESO's player age falls slightly on the higher side. A lot of these people don't interact with new tech. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's not a quote-unquote cool game. Because it's not that new. It's been a long time since we had a new Elder Scrolls game. Basically just the remaster, right? But yeah, with all the stuff happening this year, you know, there's that huge thing, Grasping Fortune, that's coming for Tamriel Rebuilt. If you guys haven't heard of this, that's very nerdy, but it's a big thing. Modded Morrowind, basically. Sky Oblivion is coming. We just had the remaster. ESO's doing well. So yeah, they really should be trying to make more noise. But yeah, it's just become much harder for them to do anything because now the folks at Zos have lost a lot of the support they had from Bethesda, their parent company. Because, again, thank you, Microsoft. They just fired all the people who did all of that work with nobody to replace them. All the relationships they had, all the connections that they had made, and the experience they'd built up, and knowledge. Yeah, these people have a life as well. I mean, we've all got lives. We're here on Twitch. I think it's people just don't get it. Or it's not, they don't realize what they're missing. That's why people don't come here. But you're right, the demographic question and age. Where did that red go? bow alt is always one of those things. I usually interpret it as a PvEer attacking me with that, but that's wrong. It's often not that at all. But you know what I mean? When you hear someone bow alting you. Am I the only one who gets this? I get a little bit excited thinking, oh, they're going to be squish. Moose, I keep seeing people who know about Ouroboros crates don't actually know they have a small chance of the special mount and pet. Yeah. Aaron, I was 10 years old when Skyrim came out. I'm now getting old. I don't know. 24 is not old. I think you can chill. No one in PvE uses bow alt. You'd be surprised. Yeah, the desync is a little bit problematic. Like, it's genuinely hard sometimes to just attack the right person. Oh my god. It's just... Yeah, definitely causing some issues now and again. If you were 10 when Skyrim came out, you're like 12 now. That's how time moves on the internet. Bunch of toddlers bickering, I guess. Oh, really? I'm gonna have to ride all the way?
Is it true? Did you really explore the Crypt of Hearts?
I haven't heard that in a while. Is it true? Did you really explore the Crypt of Hearts? Wow. Love little things like that that bring the game world to life. That's fun. When they will, like, recount the things that you're famous for. Oh, I just saw the time. It is 5 to 7. So actually, I'm gonna have to leave it here, I think. I'll tell you what, I'll see if I can get Maya up here to say hello and goodbye before we head off. Is it true? Makes you think of Blazing Saddles. It's true, it's true. I've only seen that movie like once, I think. That was a lot of fun. The beans scene. Just perfect. Alright. Q position 45, I think I'm gonna go to Imperial City first. Yeah, Millennium, I did the same. I was also just hitting up some lead farming while I was waiting. But here we are, back in Reaper's March. Well, I want to say thank you very much for hanging out with us today. Sorry
Hello.
Hello, there she is. There's Maya, welcome back. And Erin, by the way, there are some cheaters on this campaign too. Playing on the red side, I can't prove it. There were 3 people, small scale, and they killed a couple dozen. And we're not taking any damage. Ooh. Yeah, it definitely happens. People will find little bugs where they can clip through stuff. I think, was there a bug where you can like kill people because you're underground and they can't hit you?
What?
Yeah, there are some weird things. The PvP specialists know about these. And some fun ones. Safety Walks saying hello. Alright, Maya. Well, thank you for joining us again. And thank you everyone who's been on with us today. Sorry, it was a little bit weird start time and we couldn't go for as long. But like I said, today, just unexpected, crappy stuff that we had to deal with. But all sorted now.
Yes, sir.
And thank you very much for hanging out. I'm going to say very quickly, because we didn't get any subs today, if there's anyone hanging around who hasn't gifted before or subbed in a while, you know, please consider it before we go if you've enjoyed the stream today. And we do tend to be on almost every day. We don't normally do this much PvP, but obviously we'll be taking advantage of that while the event is on. And talking about that and helping you guys to get involved as well. And thanks to people who've hopped in, Erin, Balorda, Chinchilla as well, who hopped in and actually joined me in Cyrodiil yesterday.
Erin!
That's been a lot of fun.
Hey, there you go, Gloomvex with us.
Gloomvex.
Prime sub, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That is massively appreciated. It's just those little things. Hey, Sags, thank you.
Aw, thank you. Thank you so much.
There we go. And you see on the bottom left, that's filling up our health bar just a little bit. We try to do that every day. And obviously we have really good days when we get lots of action. And it's very touching and fucking awesome when it happens. But yeah, that's what we need. And Maya's DMs and frankly mine are open anytime. If you want to join the Ninja Balls Discord, hit us up and say what's good, what isn't so good about the stream. It's very, very difficult to get any kind of actionable feedback as a streamer. And obviously what I've been doing is YouTube content creation for ages. I'm pretty new to this, so honestly, I'm not even kidding. Don't be a dick, but you know, any and all feedback is very welcome.
Aw, Erin gifted a sub. Thank you so much. See? Well, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for the subs, guys. That's amazing. And enjoy the ad-free viewing. Zedric Clegane and Sags and Gloomvex. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Who are we going to raid off to, Maya?
Let's go and say hi to Demon Cat Daphne, or Daphne.
Yeah, we love Daphne. She's great. So, don't know if she's going to be doing any more PvP, but there will definitely be a lot of PvP on this channel and others throughout the weekend. It's Friday. Have a fantastic evening. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you so much for today. You guys are the best. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.